Hey, we are live. Hi. Welcome.
Hey,
Oh my
we
God,
are
I hate when that
live.
happens.
Hi.
I'm
What?
listening to myself. Okay, anyways. Hi, welcome to the Facebook group has a new name. Serve and Sell is the new name for the Facebook group for coaches, consultants, and course creators. I am so happy that you're here. If you're new to this group, please introduce yourself. Let us know where you're at, where you're from, and how's the weather like where you're at. I'd love to know how's the weather like where you're at, because we just need to take a moment and just breathe in the fact that we're alive, the fact that we are in this amazing world and this amazing space. Okay, awesome. So I am celebrating today because I came up with a new name because I just wasn't feeling really much like the six figure kind of like name for this group, because I'm more into like serving and selling instead of just like, throwing numbers at you and telling you like we need to earn six figures, or I'm not the type of person or coach that's going to, um of course, the whole goal is to uh, thrive to six figures and beyond, but we want to do it in a way that we're serving and in a way that we're selling with integrity and purpose. So that's why I changed the name of the group. Let me know in the comments if you have another idea for a name that serves into the realm of serving, right? Oftentimes, we come to this online space because we want to create, abundance, and we want to create more of like time and freedom for ourselves. But we also want to serve and impact other people's lives. And that's why, hence the name Serve and Sell, right? And today we are live on our Wednesday trainings. Now is at 2 p.m. Eastern time. I hope if you're catching me live, say hi. I'm seeing the comments here. And if you are watching the replay, just hashtag replay. Let me know that you dropped by. Let me know that you stopped by to watch today's video. Okay. So today's training, we are talking about 3 things your message must do to attract more of your ideal clients, right? So the reason that I'm doing this live here is because I am so excited about this new training that is called an intensive. So it's a new training that I'm doing on September 8th. And this is going to be to help you finally craft your message so you can start serving and selling. So this is going to be a 90-minute group intensive where we walk you through how to craft your message in a way that serves and sells to your people right now instead of months from now, right? So you're going to learn in 90 minutes how to serve and sell to your people. The link to this intensive is below if you want to go check it out after our video. But I want to just go into more of like why messaging is so important and what does your messaging need for it to be effective, for you to be able to track your clients, for you to be able to have your clients connect with your content and connect with, the copy that you have on your website, right? My name is Janet Soriano. I am a web designer and I'm also a business coach, right? So I help my clients showcase themselves as credible experts in their field so they can be able to improve their quality of life and make an impact in the world, right? So I'm all about making impact, and I'm all about, helping you grow your business in a way that feels with integrity of like serving and selling, right? So we need to sell in a way that serves other people, and that's like the truest way I feel that I get clients, by serving other people. So that's the way that I'm going to teach you how to serve, how to, get clients to your business by serving and selling. So why today's training? So most of the time we are not getting clients because we're focused on the wrong things, right? So we're not actually focusing on the things that we need to focus on to get our clients through the door. And we then are left being frustrated, anger ourselves, feeling that we can't do this. And it's not because often because we don't know how to serve and sell. It's just because we're just not focusing on the right things. So I remember when I started out my own business, I fell in love with branding and designing websites, right? And I was doing a lot of like redesigning, changing my fonts and colors every week. And when we start our business, we can really easily get trapped in that hamster wheel of, you know, redesigning your website, making sure your brand is cohesive, making sure that your newsletter looks nice, and the fonts and colors that you're using for your promotional is, in alignment with you. And don't get me wrong, the first impression that people get from you is very important, right? To be able to attract your ideal customers, but it's not the most important thing for you to become profitable in your business. So if you have a website that is pretty and you have pretty fonts and pretty colors, but you're still not converting your ideal clients, then you have a problem. And that problem is not your fonts and your colors. That problem is your messaging, right? Your messaging is not connecting it's not attracting the people that you want to attract. And therefore, if your messaging is not attracting the right people, right, the people that you're going to be solving a problem for, then it's going to be hard for people to say yes, because they're just not that ideal client that you want to work with, right? And second, also, if maybe somehow it is attracting some clients, but it's not really connecting your ideal clients, it's going to be very hard also for people to actually see that connection, because somehow they're getting lost within your messaging, within your content, within the copy that you have on your website, within what you're putting out there in your emails. So when it comes to like the success, like if I could boil down business success to one thing, it would be your messaging, right? Once you nail your messaging, once you know what to say to your ideal client, once you're clear around, what is the thing that my ideal client needs to hear from me for them to be attracted, for them to be intrigued, then that's when things start flowing, right? That's when things start having momentum, and that's when you start showing up consistently in your strategy. That's when you start seeing that you can actually get things done much, much faster, because you have the clarity of what you're going to say when you get on a live, what you're going to say when you want to share a post. It really all comes down to your messaging, right? To what you're saying to your ideal client. So today, we are going to be talking about 3 things your message needs to do for you to be able to attract more clients, and why these 3 things, if you don't have them nailed down, or if you don't actually know more about them, it's going to be very, very hard for you to actually sell all your offers in the way that you want to serve and sell to your people, right? In your own terms, right? So we're going to go right into it. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. And we're just going to go right into it. So key number 1 is that you need to have what I call it, what I do statement, or what I help statement, right? So this is something I help my clients in our very first session, whether you are coming for me to work with me as a web designer, so I can help you showcase yourself as a credible expert on your website, or whether you come to me as, getting help to actually get more traffic into your website, more clients, right? This is the first thing that I help my clients do, is understand what a what I do statement is. So a what I do statement is a clear message that tells your ideal client what to do and how you provide the solution to their problem, right? So it can be sometimes very tricky to really nail this down with your message. And that's why I don't just let you do it on your own. I am actually going to help you, you know, figure this out together, right? Because it can be very tricky once you have like a clear understanding of who you help and what is a problem that you solve to your ideal client, then it's going to be more easier for you to actually understand how to say that in words that your ideal client is going to get right away, that is going to be more interested, that's going to be attracted to what you want to say. So this means you have to be clear on the message of what you do, right? You have to be clear on who you do it for and what is the problem that you solve for your ideal clients, right? So being clear is the first piece that once you have it on your website or in your messaging on um, sending it out to your Facebook group, sending it out to other Facebook groups, on Instagram, you're going to be able to demonstrate your value, the value that you provide without being vague or fancy with your wording, right? So that's the number one thing. Like you really have to get clear on that what I do statement. Number two is you must always tell people what you want them to do next, right? This is something most entrepreneurs think it's obvious, right? Of course, I want them to work with me. But if you don't let them know, whether it's it on a post, whether it's it on a live, whether it's it on a video that you're doing, a blog that you're posting out, you need to have that call to action in place, right? It can be simple as just, tell them, hey, if you're ready to just come and work with me, just click on the link below, right? It's as simple as that. It's telling them what to do next, right? You can't expect them to know how to navigate your website, right? You can't expect them to know what is the action that you want them to take next. You got to really clearly articulate what is the action that you want them to do next, right? So your message needs to be very, very compelling and connecting for them to want to take that action, right? So how do I help my clients create that connection is through story, right? Story. You are a unique human being, right? You are a person who has a life, of course. You're alive. You're a person who has a life. So that means that you have a lot of pictures in your phone and you have a lot of stories that you can share and connect with your ideal client. And those stories is the thing that's going to be able to connect your ideal clients to connect for them to take action, right? So the first piece is attract them by articulating the value and the problem that you solve. And then the second step and the second key is to actually tell them what to do, right? But you can't tell them what to do if you haven't made a connection with them first, right? And the way that you make a connection is by telling your own story, right? And I'm not saying you have to do this with every post. There's different kind of posts that I'm going to be teaching you in this intensive of how you can be able to just take from someone who haven't ever heard about you on a post to actually connect with them and then have them to take action. I'm going to show you that on that intensive. So if you want to know more about the details about this intensive, please come on and click the link on the show notes of this video. If you're in the Facebook group, it's going to be on the description area. If you are watching me through YouTube, it's going to be on the description below. So please click the link so you can actually get more info around the intensive and actually grab your seat there. Okay, so number 3 is that you also have to know that you need to showcase yourself as a credible expert, right? And the way that you showcase yourself as a credible expert is that you show them that you know what you're doing, right? You show them that you know um, your expertise, right? That you know what you're talking about, that you're just not stating facts or stating theories out there, but you can be the person that can actually help them because you either have experienced it before, or you have helped clients to through it, or you have a proven process that can help your ideal clients go from point A to point B, right? So if you don't learn anything from today's session, is that you need to just showcase that you know what you're doing, that you know how to take, like, for example, if you are, of course, I'm going to do the example of a web designer because I am a web designer. So I'm going to showcase that I know how to design websites by having my own website, right? And also by having social proof of other websites that I have designed, right? And I'm going to showcase my expertise and being able to, take all the things that they have in their head, their own creative, juices, and be able to procreate that in a website, because I have been able to do that for other clients, right? And I have been able to do that for myself, right? So a way to do this is also by showing your testimonials and having case studies with your clients, right? And if you don't have any clients right now, it's okay. You can go on and just do a few clients for free. I did that in the beginning of my web design business. I took on some free clients that I can do, quick websites for. And I was able to, put that on my portfolio and help people and showcase myself as the expert in web design, right? So that's one of the ways that you can be able to do this. All right, so let's talk about why these three things are important, right? So number one is you need to have that clear message, right? Whether it's on your website, it's on your Facebook groups, on the content that you're putting out there, on the videos that you're putting out there, you need to have a clear message of how you're helping and who you're helping, right? And number two, you need to tell them what to do next, right? But in order for you to be able to tell them what to do next, you need to be able to create that connection from what you do to your story and how you can be able to help them, right? That you know what you're doing, right? So maybe showing them befores and afters of a client that you have done, right? And number three is, tell them that you know what you're doing by showcasing your proof, right? Showcasing social proof is a way that you can be able to help your clients to do that. So yeah, so those are the three things: a clear message, a call to action, and prove that you know what you're doing, that you're the expert in your field, right? So once you have these three things aligned, whether it is on a post, whether it is on a Facebook Live, you are going to see the difference in conversions, right? You are going to see how your ideal clients actually, because you are going to be attracting the right client because you're talking to the right client, right? And you're attracting the right client. And that person who is the right client is going to be more interested in what you have to say, because what you're saying is actually for them, right? What you're saying is actually in alignment with what they need to hear for them to, get what they need, that the information that they need, right? And how you can help them is the way that is what they want. They want to get that help because they know that they're going to get that results if you help them with that with that thing. For example, if I am a web designer and I'm talking to my clients about, showcasing themselves as credible experts, and that's a way for them to be able to attract more clients. and they're looking to attract more clients, they're going to be interested in what I have to say. And how I can be able to connect those dots is by sharing my story of how I've been able to do that for my clients and what's my proven method of how I've been able to do that, right? And actually telling them what to do, right? Telling them to join my intensive, my group, right? So I'm being very transparent because I'm also doing that within my business, and it's the thing that works, right? When you are when you don't have a clear message, it's going to be hard for you to actually speak to that exact person that you want to speak to. And then when you're not um in connection with your story, when you're not in connection with how you help people, then it's going to be, it's going to feel salesy for you to actually put a call to action to any of the posts that you put out there, right? And if you don't add calls to actions, if you're just stating facts and theories on your content, no one is going to click because you're not telling them to click, and they're not going to click because they're not going to come and buy from you because you're not telling them to buy from you, right? So one of the things that drives more sales is when you are actually selling, right? The more you sell, the more clients you will get, right? It's like straight up, it's like 100% what drives success, right? In business. You need to be selling for more sales to come through your door, right? If you are not getting sales through your door, it's because you are not selling as enough as you should, right? And in this intensive, we're going to be talking and we're going to really go in deeper on these three things. We're going to go deeper on your message and how we can be able to help you connect your own story to the things that you want to say and how you want to say it to be able to attract your clients, connect with your clients, and drive your client to take action to work with you. So if you're interested, if you're excited to learn, if you are ready, if you are in alignment with what I'm saying and what I'm putting down on this live training, I urge you to come and join us on September 8th. I want you to come to this training because it's going to be very important for you to learn these strategies, learn how to talk to your people, learn how to communicate in a way that serves and sells to your people, because you need to be doing both. You can't just serve and expect people to buy. You need to serve and sell for people to buy. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching this training today. I am so excited to have you in this group. If you're not in this Facebook group, the Serve and Sell Facebook group, and you're watching me from my blog or my YouTube video, please come and join us. The link is below, and I'll catch you next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.